today I'm going to be recreating a card that I made for the CHA Sneak Week. I received a few emails lately about this original card here that I made and exactly what products were used, so I thought it would be really fun to share that information with you. So to start off, we're going to be working with the stamp set Stuck on You. It's a brand new stamp set and it also comes with the coordinating dies. I think this stamp set is so adorable and I just love the mini little cactus and all the little elements that come with it. I'm also going to be using both the large and the small stitched rectangle stackable dies. I'm going to be using the Let's Polka Mon Ami 6x6 Petite Paper Pack. It comes in a variety of pastel colors with different patterns on them, and I think this is definitely a must-have. And I'm just so happy that I have these. I just love these so much. So you get 2 of each, and this is the paper that we're going to be working with today. Next, I'm also going to be using the Easy Dots Scrapbook Adhesive Tape Runner along with the Scrapbook Adhesive 3D Foam Squares. And these are the products that I was asked a lot about. This is the inks that I'm going to be using: Mint Julep, Soft Cantaloupe, Butter Bar, and Field of Greens. These are all by Hero Arts. Next, I'm going to be using some of the awesome new Lawn Fawn dye inks in Wild Rose, Hippo, and Black Licorice, one of my favorite new black inks right now. I love this so much. Now we're ready to start creating, so I'm going to go ahead and take off this pattern paper here, along with the larger stitched square stackables die. This is the 4.5 by 4.5 inch size from the large set. Just going to go ahead and trim off this excess here so that it'll fit through my Cuttlebug. I'm going to go ahead and run that through. Just like that. Next, I'm going to take some white 100-pound cardstock, and I'm also going to be taking the largest die but from the smaller set. So this is the 4 by 4 inch stitch square stackable here. That's just another panel. This is where the design's going to go. Okay, and off camera I went ahead and cut out my card base. So this is 4.5 by 4.5 inch card base. I'll just go ahead and set these aside so I can start my stamping. I'm going to go ahead and take this little vase image, and I'm also taking the new Lawn Fawn die in Hippo. I'm sorry, the new Lawn Fawn ink. I'm just going to go ahead and stamp 3 of those out onto this 100-pound white cardstock. Next, I'm going to go ahead and take out these this little cactus image. I'm going to go ahead and stamp that in the Field of Greens Mid-Tone Shadow Ink by Hero Arts. Just go ahead and stamp that evenly here. The ink looks a little splotchy when you first use it, just kind of like the Lawn Fawn one too, but once it's dry, it evens out and it looks just beautiful. So I went ahead and stamped that one. So now I'm going to go ahead and take this little succulent image here, and I'm going to do this technique that's not brand new, but I think it's called the rock and roll technique, where you rock it in half of it into a certain color and then you rock the rest of it into another color. So here I'm rocking the bottom part on the Butter Bar ink, and then I'm taking the Cantaloupe ink and I'm going to dab the top of it in the ink just like that. And I kind of wasn't too happy with the results here, but that's okay. I'm just going to go ahead and try that one more time. I wanted there to be a little bit more yellow showing, that's why I didn't like the first one. So that one came out just right. Next, I'm going to go ahead and take a baby wipe and just clean off that ink because I want to go over it with the Mint Julep Mid-Tone Shadow ink here. Just testing that. And the reason why I'm going over this is because I still want it to have that green color, but I also wanted it to look like a lot of the succulents that are out now, where they have a little bit of browning on the tips, and this is how I achieved that. I think the cactus would also look kind of cool with that technique too. So now I'm just going to go ahead and stamp out the little elements. I'm taking the flower here and I'm stamping it in the Lawn Fawn ink in Wild Rose. And now I'm just going to go ahead and stamp this little image in the Hero Arts Cantaloupe ink. And these weren't on the original card, but just for fun, I'm going to go ahead and stamp them and die cut them out. I think these are so cute. Now I'm just going to go ahead and take the coordinating dies and bend them back and forth to break them apart. And then I'm going to go ahead and die cut these images. So I'm taking some low tack Scotch masking tape and I'm just going to go ahead and align these dies over the images like this and adhere them down. Then I'm just going to go ahead and run those through my Cuttlebug off camera. And that's them all cut out. I'm going to go ahead and place all my die cut images into this little ceramic bowl just to make sure I don't lose any of them. Now I'm going to go ahead and get started on the arrangement. So I'm just going to go ahead and show you exactly how I did that. Actually, this card is a little bit different because the original was a single layer card. But this one I wanted to be a little bit different, and I'm going to be using the die cut images instead, and then I'm going to be propping them up on the scrapbook adhesive 3D foam just for a little bit of added interest. And I think that anything with 3D foam looks really cool, so if it's flowers or if it's little critters, I just love using 3D foam. So now here I'm just making quick pencil marks so that I know exactly where to place them. And I love that this pack comes with a mix of sizes. It comes with a large and small. So now that I like the arrangement, I'm just going to go ahead and start adhering the 3D foam to the back of my images. And on the little vases, I'm going to be adding them only to the bottom because I still want to add in the cactus, and I'm kind of going to just slip that behind the vases here. So that's why I'm only adding adhesive towards the bottom. And then for the cactus, I'm going to be adding adhesive towards the top. Okay, now that those all have the 3D foam, I'm just going to go ahead and erase a little bit of these lines here, just so that it's not harder to do once I've already placed these permanently. So I'm just using my EK Success craft tweezers to place these. It just helps a little bit more so that I can see exactly where I'm placing everything. Now I'm just erasing the last of those pencil marks, and I'm just going to go ahead and adhere the cactus and the succulents. And see how they just tuck right in just like that? I think that looks great. This is actually a technique that I learned from Kelly Marie. I think this is really cool, where the adhesive for these cactus is more on the top so that the bottom could just kind of be at a slight angle under the vase. And see, there's a couple different options for placing this flower, but I'm just going to go ahead and place it right there. And then I'm just going to go ahead and place this one right on top. And now I'm just going to go ahead and add the sentiment. So I'm going to be taking my acrylic block. I'm just going to go ahead and pick it up off my work surface just like that. Take the new Lawn Fawn Black Licorice ink and just go ahead and stamp that out. Okay, now I'm just going to go ahead and assemble the card. I have my 4.5 by 4.5 inch card base here, and I'm just going to take this scrapbook adhesive tape runner here, apply some adhesive on the back of this pattern paper, and then just place that right over top, just like this. It's kind of going to take me a second here to get the placement right. Sorry, I think there's a bus driving by right now. Okay, now I want there to be a little bit more of the 3D effect, so I'm just going to take a couple of these adhesive foams and just place those on the back. Just add a little bit more. Okay, now I'm just going to go ahead and remove the backing and then place that right on top of the card. Just try that one more time. It's a little hard to get it centered when I'm behind the camera, but I try my best. Now I'm just going to go ahead and take some Sky Lawn trimmings, and I'm just going to recreate the same bow that I did on the original card. Now that I got the bow exactly the way I wanted, I'm just going to go ahead and trim the ends here. And here is the finished card. When I originally created this card, I wanted it to be clean and simple, and I think it turned out exactly how I envisioned it. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you have any questions, feel free to leave a comment. Thank you so much for watching. Bye!